Escape to DOS.
Well, another viewer decided to send me a package. This one's coming from 30 hours away. Prefer to remain anonymous, and I totally understand that. So let's have a look inside this thing. I already know what some of it's going to be, and let's find out right now. This package arrived incredibly fast. And thanks to our postal service, way up here. All right, does that give me access? It does. Okay, here is the big moment. What's inside the box? I'm seeing this for the first time. I don't need the knife anymore. I'll bend that over. Okay, so we start off with, this time I'll remember to put everything in focus. Don't you hate that when you watch videos and things are out of focus? Yeah, so, okay, so that is a 64 megabyte CF card. You know, I love CF cards, but what is that for? So let's see. Inside, we have some of this. Oh, what is that? What do we got here? This is a lot more than I was expecting. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Woo! A Matrox G400 chip. Look at this beauty. Wow. That, what is that then? This, here, it says a Matrox 96803, assembled in Canada, copyright 2000, and Matrox, oh, here's same thing written right there, copyright 2000, DV Express MX. Okay, so, that doesn't look like it's PCI, that looks like something else. Let me just check. Okay, I'm back from searching. This apparently is for a G4 Apple machine, which is why I'm assuming it has this different PCI, because it is a PCI card. But anyway, you know what? I just happen to have a G4, actually two of them. I'm pretty sure the G4s, you know, the rounded desktop cases, those big ones that have the perfect, you open the side of them and all the stuff's exposed. So we'll come back to this in part 2 when I look at all this stuff again. Okay, awesome. What do we have next? Oh, look at that. Now that looks like your standard PCI, which, oh, it's a Mach 64 PCI card. ATI Mach 64, awesome. Curious. Both VGA and whatever the hell that is. So, okay, very nice. This, oh, yet again, made in Canada. So this one looks pretty fancy. So I guess I'm going to have to look into that. 1995. Neat. Next in the pile, what do we have here? Oh, look at that. A Hercules Game Surround Fortissimo 2. Hercules with a 4624 chip. And yeah, I've had some good luck with these crystal chips. So, oh, look at that. It's actually got an optical. That's interesting. That could be useful as well. So, we have analog. Oh, I think maybe this requires a breakout connection, but whatever. That's kind of cool. So I'll look into this a little bit more. Next in the pile, I'll just randomly. Oh, Sound Blaster Live PCI, clearly. CT40 4830, very nice. Yeah, I've got a few of these things. I've never shown those before. I've got a box that I once upon a time managed to get, and I don't know if I have exactly this one, but anyway, we'll look into that later and test this card out as well. That's super cool. And there's another card. What is this? Ah, so nice. S3 Verge. You know, I've got a bunch of these, and I need them, for other machines that I'm building. So yeah, and I like them. I don't know if anyone has an opinion one way or the other on these cards, but they seem to work just fine for me, because some of these things can be a little finicky depending on what machine you put them in. And yeah, always had great success with the S3. So, and hopefully this is what oh, I guess that's the 4 meg version, which I think I've only got the 2 meg version. So that is super cool. And what do we have here? Oh, look at that. It's another creative card. That is a model 4810. I think I have pulled one of these things out of another machine, obviously PCI. And there you go. Sweet. That is a very useful card. The star of the show here is this. This is what Anonymous wanted me to have, and there's reasons why, because of enjoying this thing so much for the last 6 years or whatever, and they happen to have a second one, and this is something I have never attempted in my life. I have never laid my hands on an XT machine. This is a brand new, well, it's from 2020, but, as far as retro devices go, it's one of these remodeled, reconfigured, redesigned. It uses a lot of newer parts, and yet it still allows you to enjoy what the original software and hardware would do. So if you've seen LGR's video about this, that's what I had to do. I went back and watched his video, which I'm sure I watched when it came out originally. But here we go. Let's look at this. So along with that, I don't know if that's included with the kit when you get it, but along with it, this card, which I'm almost as excited about. Oh, I can't even get it out of the package. Probably never come out of this, so yeah, this will be the first time. Oh, I've ripped the package already. There it is. This is an AdLib reproduction. And there is one of my favorite chips of all time, the Yamaha 3812. And that is what is known as the Opal 2, as we all know, I'm sure. This allows you to control the volume. Yeah, curious the circuitry on this. It's very simple. And this was the original design that pretty much put sound cards on the map. Because these chips were easy to get, the card was really easy to reproduce and or reverse engineer. And therefore, Creative Labs came along and borrowed the design, we'll say, and changed history, essentially, with sound cards. And unfortunately, AdLib, yeah, they went the way of the dodo. But this card is so cool because this is as pure as you get. Look how simple this thing is. I'm really looking forward to using this. What comes next? I'll put that. Actually, you know what? Be super careful. I'll put that back in my destroyed packaging. And here is the star of the show. Woo! Yeah, this box had some serious weight when I got it from the postman at my door. And there it is. Wow. Look at that thing. That is something else. So it's got its own plate on the back. Compact flash card, which of course was what that was for. Now, I was told that apparently this card, for some reason, isn't booting, so I may have to do, you know, the /MBR trick. But whatever, I can download the image and then recreate this because it's got games on it. If you've seen LGR's video, there's a few things that come on this extra than just the operating system, which is, I think it was DOS 3 point something or other. So yet another thing I've never tried before, I started at DOS 5.0. So that'll be a learning curve, I'm sure. Fancy. It has PS2, which so nice. It has 4 available ISA ports, the 8-bit ones. And look how clean that thing is. It's brand new. Like it's never been used, I don't believe. Oh, that's curious. I think LGR's does that have the maybe this has already got the coprocessor on it. There's the 8088. And I'm seeing 87 on there. So I don't know. I really don't know much about it. Look at that. It has the Dallas chip, and of course takes the CR2032. Are we in focus? Yeah. And yeah, clearly from my last video, I've got a bunch of those batteries, so I'm ready for that. There's all kinds of dip switching. This is the video, of course, because it's Trident. And yeah, inside there's other chips. Yeah, Monotech PCs, NuXT version 2.0. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate this. This is a step into even more of the past that I've never experienced. So my recollection of XT machines, or AT, I don't know for sure, was a high school friend of mine. He had one. It was in pieces, basically, and I think that was the first time I'd ever maybe even touched the thing. And by the time I finally got into 386s, the like XT machines were the things that were sitting in dusty piles in the corner that nobody wanted to use anymore because everyone could afford a 386. I do remember the either the amber or the the green phosphor screens. That was always kind of cool. But that's all I know about XTs because I never actually got to operate one. So this will be the first time in my life I've ever operated an XT. So we're looking forward to that. So that is the whole lot that arrived from. This is a completely different person that sent this to me. I can't be any happier. This is so unexpected because I'm not asking for items. This is merely just what has happened, and I'm very thankful. This viewer decided after watching all of my videos, knowing my obsession with this stuff, that clearly I would enjoy this. So yeah, you're totally right. And oh my goodness, would you look at that? My very own AdLib. Yeah, that is really cool. The history of these things, of course, this isn't the original. No one's pretending that this is. This is a reproduction, but it doesn't take much to reproduce. I've wanted to make one of these things myself, but I just never got around to it because, the time and the money involved. And wow, bam, out of nowhere, someone decides that I should have this. So this... Look at this thing. That is a piece of art. Like, it's just absolutely perfect. So, ATX power supply. Don't have to worry about the adapters, which gives you soft control on the thing. So, just so much easier to deal with. I've got so many of those ATX power supplies from the lot of computers. VGA, obviously. Oh my God, it's got, PS2 already. I don't have to deal with serial mouse. This allows me to use my existing wireless setup. That's so perfect. The CF card, like, come on, it's part of this board. It's on the board. There's no adding extra, taking up a slot or whatever in that. That's awesome. The fact that it comes with a Trident chip. I've used the Trident cards since the beginning. I still think every time about LGR's comment about thinking that it sounded like chewing gum. Trident chips work for me. I've never had any problems with them, so I'm really happy that's on there. And plus, I could use whatever I want. If I have another ISA video card, I'm sure there's a way of, disabling this. But why would you want to? Look at this. It's already got floppy and IDE. I didn't even realize that. I forgot. Yeah, that it's already got onboard floppy and IDE. Definitely want to use a floppy drive with this thing because it's an XT after all. I would, if anything, probably using a 5 1/4 would be maybe more appropriate. But regardless, already has that on board. I don't need to supply another card. All I have to do is get an ATX power supply, plug in a monitor, put in and bam, we're good to go. Once I rewrite the image onto this. And of course, I got the manual. Like, it's the first time I've ever received a computer, like a retro. We're calling this thing a retro computer. It actually came with a manual. Like, I'm sure there's probably a schematic available for this thing too, if it really came down to it. But the gentleman that sent this, he said there should be really no reason why this thing doesn't work. So we're just assuming that it's going to be completely functional. So in my next part, I will attach this thing. I might even have to put it into a case because this thing is something else. Look at that. Just, let alone, like, I just love the color of it too. So, ain't that sweet. Jumpers are all explained. So, yeah, we're not dealing with rotted battery damage and all that. This is such a brand new thing that, the traces, nobody's dragged old equipment across the traces. This is as good as you can possibly get a retro machine. And I am looking forward to this. Hey, that's curious. The fact that those are empty. I wonder if those could be added. Don't know. But I recall with LGR's video, I thought that there was maybe one of these was empty. So this appears to be completely filled with these main chips. So I guess I'll find that out in part 2. But fantastic video cards. Mach 64, very useful. I am looking forward to firing that up. Maybe I'll try that with my my PC Chips 486 and the S3, and of course this enormous Matrox. So apparently it's for video editing. So that's interesting. I don't know what I currently have in those machines. I guess in part 2 I'll dig out those 2 machines and we'll see if this fits in there. Currently, they have sawdust and some garage dirt that are on them, so I'll have to clean them off. Yeah, that's VGA, so I can accommodate that. Ooh, that looks like it's seen better days, that little bit there. Just bend that back. Okay, and of course, back to our crystal card here. That's the Hercules, which I don't have any Hercules stuff because that's XT kind of era, right? Sound Blaster Live, those are pretty popular cards. Everybody loves those things. And I think I'm currently using an Audigy 2 in my P3 machine. But anyway, we'll test all of this. And of course, the model CT4810 PCI. And yep, I think I have exactly the same card. Anyway, we'll find out. I'll have to give that one a go too. Yeah, so there you go. I've rambled on, I think, enough. And wow.